Front Line with Kwekwanan, only on CTV. The Front Line with Kwekwanan, only on CTV.
GOB broadcasting on Modern Ghana and of course tune in. Still on GOB, the feed is on www.gobtv.tv plus Apple Music, and of course the information super dial tonight. So let me take the again. Can I take my intro again, guys? Yes. Tonight on the Frontline show, the narrative turns once again. Ghanaians both home and abroad step forward with unfiltered voice, sharp perspectives, and of course fearless analysis across digital avenues. Community centers and even private bedroom citizens are speaking, challenging power, probing decisions and demanding clarity. Government recent interventions, the October 17th and 18th citizens' arrests of the self-styled, self-imposed king of the Igbo community in Ghana has triggered a storm. Not whispers but wave, not rumors but rising civic energy. Tonight, it's Ghana speaks, and the corridors of authority cannot pretend not to hear. I am Kweku Annan. We're coming to you live from the very HQ here, the studios of CTV, piping it through across dozens of feed picking it. Let's start with the one in Sunyani. The feed is on 88.1 FM, and of course in Western region, the feed is on Tadi 99.1 FM. London is picking the feed on GOB broadcasting on modernghana.com and tune in. Still on GOB, the feed is on www.gob.tv plus Apple Music. The information superhighway tonight, as usual, is flying on the Front Line Ghana. And I'm now quite certain that this link sooner rather later will add my CTVG. But for now, and so subscribe to the Front Line Ghana. Subscribe to the Front Line Ghana. If a friend or a brother or a sister is struggling to watch the show tonight or whatever time be, tell them. Kwekwanan said go to the YouTube. The link is there. The Front Line Ghana. Very simple. It's a one word, the Front Line Ghana. And subscribe. So when you subscribe, right now on my phone, I can see that yes, the link is there. And then you'll be the first to go. You'll be the first to know. And then you'll be the first to also what? Pick it up. So guys, that is what it's on tonight. All right. Plus, the interactive segment, of course, tonight is the interactive segment. That is the WhatsApp line 020-2973-461, 020-2973-461, and then you'll be cool to go. Is it not? Yes. So that's about it. Now, what do I have for you tonight? On Friday, all of us know, on Friday, we did the biggest, one of the biggest citizen show. The citizen show where you have to bring your views, your opinion, and your analysis. The internet was also quite disturbing, though. Many of you actually experienced a bad internet connectivity. As far as it's not anything. It's a general thing. Many of you try to read meanings into, oh, there's this sabotage, there's this, but I try to disabuse the minds of people. Do not focus, make all things look like, sabotage. It's a general situation. You can't sabotage my program. The fact that it's about what? It's about this, it's about that, and then you feel like, you want to sabotage my program for what? No. It was a general situation. And then some other technical challenges, we are also working towards it to, as it were, to restore. So guys, cool down, don't be trouble at all. We'll get all of these things going forward, all sort out. Right. Folks, Ghanaians, tonight, brace yourself, call the friends, call loved ones, brothers and sisters. Let's come and do what is expected of the citizens of this nation here in Ghana and around the world. I welcome all of you to Ghana's biggest investigative magazine show. On Friday, yes, we made it classic, the Citizen Show. So Ghanaians here and Ghanaians abroad were, as it were, called in or were made to come and exercise their what? Their civic responsibility, their civic right to speak to your government. Today, I'm bringing the part 2 of what we did on Friday. So today, Ghanaians here, Ghanaians abroad, just embrace yourselves. Yeah. Producer 1, get ready about the tag. I gave it to you. I'm going to do something on it. Right, so gauge this. Great. Now, so Ghanaians here and Ghanaians abroad, you are going to speak tonight to your government. Now, it's a simple situation now. I need not to do much introduction because all of you do know that after the 17th and 18th citizens arrest that was aborted by your government again told us that their reason for doing so is 1 and 2 and 3. And we said, no problem. Ever since, we've been waiting for the government. And I know Ghanaians here, Ghanaians abroad have been wondering, all of you find yourself, including those of us here, including myself, all of us, we are finding ourselves in the Alice of Wonderland. Because ever since, we don't know what is wrong with the government. So one, government is not telling us when the investigation, whether he started or he has not started, neither he's reporting to us where he has gotten to or some sort. We don't know. And whether or not he's going to report to Ghanaians. And Ghanaians, the build-up is gradually multiplying. And the more we are talking about this Ghana-Nigerian crisis, the more the self-styled, the self-imposed Ken Chukwudi or whatever he called himself with all the multiple names, continue to what? Do things that we describe it as affront to the laws of this country. All the stakeholders who have decided to keep quiet, that's up to them. But the citizens will not keep quiet. The citizens of this nation, both abroad and here, will not keep quiet. We will speak. So it is shared out of respect, respecting the government, that the government of John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, come and tell us what you need to tell us. And they are not doing so. So, we've gotten to the crescendo that now we will take the battle to the government and then demand from corridors, from Sekondi to Hafasni to Berlin to New York City to London and to wherever, to Copenhagen, Ghanaians, come out in your numbers and ask your government, what is it that the government is doing? And folks, that's exactly what we have for you tonight. The part 2 of what? The Citizen Show. We call it Ghana Speaks. Folks, so tonight, a lot is coming. Breathe and breathe well and embrace well. Of course, it's the very fresh of the month of November, right? The 3rd of November, 2025, the year of our Lord. Gradually, we are in the very last quarter of the year. Yes. So, a lot is passing. Sooner rather later, the year 2025 will be gone. 2025 has done a lot. Folks, let's get started. Because I'm saying when anadri nkomono ano ebedin ano beeshe paye ni na gina so se ekwan a ye gina mu sesi yi ena ye na ye nim se your citizens arrest to a dear bend ye sesi amene wo ka se enema bebre koso a ye mpese bebo hu de ropi ni na ye de it's on the ground. We don't want to talk too much about we are doing the no. Because we want something like a big tsunami, like what's that? What's the name of this? That I think is a Hurricane Melissa. Melissa recently hits the forecourt of where? Jamaica. You saw it. Many of you saw that hurricane, right? Hurricane Melissa, and you saw the devastation. All right, the very cataclysm that Hurricane Melissa caused to Jamaica. That is what is about to happen. Yeah. If we did it wrong the last time, if we got it wrong the last time, if we made a mistake the last time, no, we ain't going to make that mistake this time. So something is going to be like a tsunami, bam, like a rapture. It will overtake everybody. But where we are now, as someone here can say, Abanye, our citizens arrest move no, why arresting no? We take you over, no problem. Yati asia. Any asia abanye. Brana betre say ebri na wotwe mienu miensa bosumi mu ne yewrei. Bosumi ne yewrei any sa week we. Enti hwimfiri aban ho. Aban kasa aban din te ho. Enti am Friday. Yema ye homene so say Ghana for afi muamwo abrochimemu chichi benche ene omemu bra na mumebisa mo aban no wa bra because some of the questions when you direct it up make I say Friday me poor program on my way going na ya questions be brain na I started ba me ho and I say hey I do ni na no mo femra na mo fa me nti bra na bebisa aban no say e de ene den and I'll pese oye nti we Ghana ni na wa ha tonight Uchafa beba ema wae den wakasa. Uye Ghana ni awo amanonia uchafa beba ema wasu wakasa. Numbers ni ya yedi begudwa no biya den ehu numbers no sede munim dida no mesramo ya desreke se muma yeni ehu ni wate yeni ehu ni papa kyerese answer na obefrem ni dinkan hu se eye CTV the frontline show na opesa wo frɛ ye the numbers ni tudwa na wafrɛ na obefra mesrawo hyɛ nso television na ocean with television volume no manemra from kra nyese udum no dum television volume na tie mo mobile phone na one me kasa na tie mi wom tie mi kasa nye wadwen se opese wo tie hu TV no eyesa ye binya feedback ese na wa ha emwayen mintimi no won kasa into wunya ye wadwen se obefre na wedum just go on your remote na click mute mute volume na wewie na ne me di nkomo Ghana for so am wa manone ye de mon numbers ne betudwa munim dida but of course me say repeat it and also no mo am be frɛ normal line ana mo am be frɛ WhatsApp call ni na na akwanya no wo ho e ma mo wo fra na obetimi a kyerɛ bebi a wo frɛ fi na asɛm kwa pese obisa na we bebisa na ni na aban ni tie your government listen to this program every week Monday Wednesday Friday we meet here program we yeah enti de betimi aya na ye den ye edema no nti enema pie me ka sei mamema mo news bia enenam kwan mu aye ba kire sem a group se say an groups ne hey groups are almost sorry almost stormy Ghana na ano den there's a big group in Britain called the Patriotic Concerned Youth Alliance. Patriotic Concerned Youth Alliance is in full flight demanding on the government or demanding that Ghana to exit ECOWAS anytime soon. Yes. Munchanizo, Patriotic Concerned Youth Alliance. Enra, one of your program Kesiena or London, London ahin Kronumo. Aya minia Nestana ne host to show no. It was big program no from Enra na Junwa omopon anapawe this morning, Monday morning. No omopon. It was big. Very, very big. Why? Ghanaians are demanding, say, Sai Dumakwe, are about to take it big time. Now, I'm not going to tell you how it's going to happen. Oh, yes. Why? Because, was it a Friday? Maybe our question is, a bra woman Ghana, yes, show. A kubia, ya for me pain, a brana Kwame Nkrumah, ne a kubea. OAU, Organization of African Union, Nenumpono Edieko si saying, Enumpono Edieko he. OAU was a organization, Kwame Nkrumah, Ninyan Semuni Ninim Dieno, Onu ni se, Ebetimiama Africa, Yakaka Yehua boom, Nietimia ye DSS and Efata, Enumpo Yehuya Huano. And to say later, Mobile Mube Yi, Oni Fio, Namayeno AU, African Union, Nenumpo Yehuya Hussein, Koten Kotia. Mosede ECOWAS na modi ECOWAS. Abina mu Africa, for that matter, we are in Ghana, so let's limit ourselves to Ghana. Abina wudi Ghana ECOWAS. And when I see a bisa said, government, did you ask the citizens of this nation? Sir, we are going to ECOWAS. Are we ready? Can we go? What kind of consultation being? And at the government of Ghana, or were the citizens of this nation before you took us to ECOWAS. Ubia unimu MP, Ghana from Waha, Ghana from Wabruchi, Shisha MP, Nebisa MP. No. Ask your member of parliament, did you people consult the people of this nation before you took us to ECOWAS? And I said, sorry, Anna, Pabam, Mudiokura ECOWAS, or Bonebe India. How? Well, we are going to. Masa, Mamika Seminche, political parties, MPP, NDC, about a little above decades. And a number of Timiade, some much minimum MPP NDC, much Ghana for Nadrini. Especially more core members, more you know at the chichero or Madrini. And today, be a movie say you can continue to use them as zombies, as people who don't think, not their mopebiano zoom. Sa voodoo nyomni na betie fi Ghana for this. What? Because you've abused the people of this country for far too long. Okay? You've abused the people for far too long. Or they say jai. The mope ena moye. Mobo monsano ana Ghana for nam say zombies. Ghanaians are gradually awakening. Yeah, mama kwa mama ntre kunu nyese biom. No. Some funa mudie mfamfaso bia mra oman no de mudi benya ye atete kwadana sunie so kokete so ye na engoam ne ye wia wonum so ese ba botidom manioma bi tuto ye wasofo no lekusu eni lekususufo no na musumu tikronum kwasiasama chamoma na anadwi me ba mo so yeah after the clergy my expose mo fi se obi fi se kwekwa na me refi yo me refi da ade bia ya pencil mani ndi 10 years crime has no expiry date 10 years crime me ba mo so Ghana so for say kanena na me say about 90% bebe say ano Ghanaian men of God a 99.99 destructive element. They are evil and satanic altars. Guys, it's make us say Patriotic Concern Youth Alliance for one de ade bi ba monfa one banner and two screens mame ade omo ba be ye watch this quick na hwe fa wo jimu bi yes ene da ho no patriotic citizen for ade omo di ba ne na ehu pa he chale enya sem kitwo top Ghanaians Ghana for kukudam a lawyer for engineers scientists and all kinds of people. Look, I've not seen some before, ready to take the government of Ghana on, because you take all kinds of decisions anyhow without consulting Ghanaians. No, Ghana must exit ECOWAS, and when we exit after NDC MPP there more time no you be determine. But Ghanaians, we need to take the destiny of this country into our own hands and do it right, folks. So, Anadue, brace yourselves, and you, Yebab had a citizen show. Obe Frebi, Ghana ni awaha, ebi ekwana mamwafre. Okay? Ya tutoni yamako. On Wednesday, I'm about to do something. Ushi sika pa Ghana mpenifu aswa ekogu omu bedrooms. Ya waye bi ekogu amanone. Near this can be rough for the air cost or National Service Secretariat. Share issues be air cost with buffer stock. The former buffer stock CEO, Trisika Papa Bono, and then Michelle Sabi, one in a year pa near the handcuff gu monsa, Hanan, not on any year do mo koshe kamu. Namsi, what I do know is a papa and a year no me. Now, so my investigation, shall me say. Ne yire no no de ono de seven prayers a on pen ho asem otini baby no ono na sabre ye de sa iden inimguase we ye de tag no. Can you imagine oh, Ghana sika munsabu bom rough and me ba be yade bi ye be compare the Fourth Republic to all the regimes that we've had. Ni enhwe which of the government and omedi kro we bone sikaria sikadia e medie ka ho na muti kremu ena masofo no so lekususufo enso bom chidom bibia nko ye o wadwen ye o se Ghana ngine ye bibia nyina ye everything politically incorrect and we need to set the pace and correct it well folks. And I do baby I'm do channel your WhatsApp messages would definitely come on 02029733461 Nina and Ebek and Kadiamo Ebresen. But up next, of course, Ghana Speaks proudly brought to you by Biogas Expert for Assembly Tia Biogas for Yedomo Kwashasi Free Babia, your project Kasi Eba, Project Bear, Project near Danya, ye see big breeze. You see, our biggest one be Creba, but before when ye still a queen or horse obeying your baby chim, a queen bain, and they say, Yasa Seka Krakea or Pediasi Lodge way, brewery, and ye be season 300 affordable houses, 150 left. 150 right. Each 3 units bedroom piano. It costs saying $150,000. $150,000. Now, $150,000. You check. Oh, this is the animation of the building. We are said the area hobby in here. Come on. $150,000, and we are requesting you, say, brah, come pump 20% of that amount. 20% of that amount to the best, and you know, calculate. Oh, calculate, yeah. February Biogas Expert for. You could train now bank yes and sign agreement. Now, when you pay 20% now, you automatically qualify. Say this place is yours. Now, this is going to be one of the highly securitized zone ever in the whole of the capital. And then you see estate. Just say security and trust me, the CIA headquarters in Langley is a securitized zone. Papa. At the same time, you the name be recreational name be beba. You be school. You be banks. You be supermarkets. And name be brave. Say be ya nipa sitremu ebetono. Ahani ye na ye kwatena na yatra adwene ye ho. Mesrew wo Ghana ha wo amanone. Bebi a wo du tibeto aye kwadan de bia ma wa. Mesrew sika akra wo nsem a Fabe Shemubi near the yem builder than Femawa, Oba Obenya baby atna, and our Ghana so betting your baby duty aquashe. Africa create be nature say when your access to South Dane, a Dane Sumusu, so come, the air for you. We any ye see every one more, Ubia, waiting yard, Abba, a Dane $150,000, 20% no, Utia remaining 80% in your best spread the amount. Then Ubetia 8 years, man, can say 8 months, 8 years no. Remaining 80% in Utiano 8 years bit by bit, time be completely, and then you are cool to go. Midway we in a bombardina channel so nafu ni adding a brasa project here. There's another bigger one more than this, and also by Enchemester Tabo Huderu. Midianu etwa I feel here we sit down ye we cry no a dan we see we no a pieni asano ni nano as see to me ye ho na ma ho ye fefe se bia betimi atra ho. Eno na me ka e de ben e ya de bi e friend tiles see e beto tiles e wo dem wo e beto tiles na wo hwe wo screen so no na me kire wo se kane no see e kofa tiles e free Italy Turkey Germany na e de aba e ba bedru fence port and harbor hono kra na tiles ni be bri asese ni na ye jai enne the state of the art tiles technology pa na e de aba. Na ye ni say the man said ya unhui fefefe o bedroom ho nyara living room bedroom everywhere ye ni na fefefe then ye wia ye be call compound also ye another special industrial task ye de be ye compound e de amawa ne kwasem e fe yie Random power technology we mean who be that. Now we've trained almost about 20 to 40. Technology na easy, you need to train the people. And now you're training Nipani Nama makers so we now ready to work. And the task we are tomawa. Ne kwasem any GD mede can same way say task we. I don't know at the corner bewo bedroom bit me a bosom and a pipe. No. Kofa caterpillar bra enye adwuma because chemicals special one well made. Then you wo compound wa ebi ana oye bibi ti say supermarket ana mo so amorane retail companies ana mo fuel stations ana bi kura wo factory because of oil spillage ni ade ni ntino ye betimi abaye industrial tiles e wo ho de amount the industrial one ye the man wa trust me bibia de dane kwemu kama efe pa ne kwasem pa efe yi now Shannon, so corporate bodies, banks, industries, and sorry, lekusu sufwe. Mumeye kase Christmas nebe mubebe ye convention. I say for just on the screen, watch this one. We ye I saw them wa also for picture. Edan Jane, we I say Vatican, I say Pope. Eko ne bedroom. Fe was software betim do software ne picture. Ato ho. Near the Vincent, minim Saint Michael, minim Sabia, Jesus Christ, and soon a mujini dio, and I say, can't say, hunting through, fence hunting, and I say, phantom from whichever, whom come mujini dino near yon soon a picture, near the account, and you're not lekusu, ni lekususu, namuna more, a form or come, and I say, dine home, ya yen very beautiful. Now, Tars way, a ye ankasa, and your day. Equipment ni bibia ye de aba ye be ma hoto iron aba besraw ma wani mra hom mo ye company mo ye banks mo ye corporate body any organization bia mo hia tasks e wo mo premises wa I recommend this one the best of tasks because winim we bibi winim ye wia we no e paint ni ye paint so e design special design ya na ye. Now, if you pursue assistant design where you be in a matter of a day, near side add another designer to so a color paint be near the painting swing it's a state of the art. Into way say I will say Saba Pepe, you bet me assistant way in a matter of time. I'll be beefy on because see our two tiles for no the same tiles now. You're 2 years no for the rest of life tiles into tubium. But yent mean to name hope see a color no more. You bet me as a color no at the amama bibiano IFFF. Found Wujimu be so we sudan ye sabri now pursue decorating you move the moment. I will recommend tiles we currently on the screen project in air course on Mema Pao Merima ye training woman. Our ye drum will be compound. Mekan ye papa. Into Mr. Mama when he encore. Now for the best of it, no. Opesa contacted biogas for a number in a good screen is on into him. Minim se bia wo hwe wo phone so a wo hwe wo phone so afa wo phone no ye den screenshot it nenya biogas for numbers but se bia wo hwe wo wow television so a fa wo phone ko wo television screen so na screenshot it biogas expert engineers your numbers on not feto e da wo pese wo frɛ wo no frɛ numbers no wo frɛ wo mu a na se 1 2 o monka numbers mienu na e wo WhatsApp so wo dia be ya ne se Q number no WhatsApp so na send one message and also voice recording we have voice notes at the moment what would baby our friend the opposite a yama then one or more beg get it back to you for the purpose of those be a more driver and I say we need new screens and my main board numbers was 055 589 3001 and 0546 205377. I repeat 0546 205377 and 055 589 3001. Biogas expert for NO ABD and Komo Fefe. Tonight on Up Next Politics of Today. And of course, tonight on Politics of Today, we turn our lens sharply onto the smearing question of the hour. Is government truly committed to investigating the self-styled, self-imposed king of the Igbo community here in Ghana, Chukudi Jude? His continued presence in Ghana has not only stirred unease, but continues to strain nerves between Ghana and Nigeria. As public pressure mounts and diplomatic whispers grow louder, we ask, where does the state really stand And how can this brewing tension be left sit without decisive action? Yebisa. Abaino wa akunya so sesi an yebisa wo. Abayi, is there any commitment? Etrese investigation a wo so obeye no. And the question be wo ho se ampa what shall say wo ye ekodrum pempen so sen. Edi agidie na Ghana fo ni nyini ewo the National Democratic Congress NDC abaini se wonu mu tu sa na mo no. Ene ne epesi ehunu. Because Ghana for here and around the world are eager, nerves racking. I mean, obianiwa asemwe otiase no otiase bebre yentiase ene yepese yetiase nso a enyeyi ene yentimi entiase yepese yetiase. But it does appear that government finds Ghanaians our sort of maybe call it our quietness to be that of our weakness. But that is where the government will be very mistaken. Yeah. You know, I've always sounded this alarm and I continue to drum home. Government won't need powers out. No. The NPP were in a power in less than a year. When the NPP became recalcitrant, they became so recalcitrant and they will not listen to anybody. And whatever you say, by the time NPP saw, say, hey, the dexterity of Ghanaians, right? The dexterity of Ghanaians that they saw, no? Then NPP were like opening their eyes like this. They were absolutely on the field of stupendous. It was so stupendous that, hey, they have to go home. And still as we speak, Ghanaian NPP still haven't gotten it on the right side of say, hey, are we in opposition or otherwise? They are still in government. Oh yes. That is what? Mo abaino. As what they are mo ya kasatrema munte. Some makada be say NDC will suffer somewhat damages. Voting apathy. Talk about what? On this Ghana-Nigerian tide. And they promise Amediamamu. Because we'll drum home until you people will know and see the reality. We are saying we are the citizens. We are the citizens of this nation. And we say we don't like this. So, government, do it right. If government will not want to do it right, the time is just drawing closer. The time is drawing nigh. That you listen and listen well. Tonight, the year catcher mwenye. Pressure no air mounted, and we know diplomatic whispers grow louder. And we ask, where does the state really stand? And how can this brewing tension be left to sit without decisive action? Abana Edin. But folks, before we delve into all of that, let's take a moment to step into the backyard and seek a few sights and sounds. A pulse of everyday Ghana, a reminder of the voice and rhythms that shape the nation's mood tonight. Yes. Yeah, boy, no. Now, me pese ye dim komo bi ne the current state of Ghana no. Ghana ne mu ene briye imri am ne mo ka say Ghana bobie ne Ghana mu etisen. Ghana na hondi mu na po mu din tisen. Na dwene mu tisen. Ghana ye nipa oyoba. On the ama, they be you mistakenly call Ghana ama. Ghana and the ama. Ghana ye queer. Ghana ye Wednesday. Go and find out. Ye misa se si ase e queer Ghana ni trimu tisen. Na hofa na hokeka etisen. Media make chose no. Onyina ye ne bonwo so sa. Why? Ade ba ko ama ne bonwo so ne kire se. The country Ghana no, at this very moment I speak is weeping profusely. And it's really at the point of crestfallen. Why? Because of one thing that has gravitated and militated a debilitating effect that continue to construct the mindset of this nation on what? On the wrong side of life. And that is what you call political corruption. Share investigations are you know, in the hands of the NDC government. Now share the quantum of money dissipated, gone, missing. The last time I may catch them. Why? Edu Boahin was the former director of Signals Bureau, one arm of the National Security, the Intelligence Agency. Sika ya kizu papa na meka si edine ko jina semdibia. Sika hodo Ghana fu sika we ye den na wodo nsako bom se wo de ko he eye wo de a papa nkwa has been accused of so no nkwa eye aha krodue we mu ekura mu Ghana nye kuro Ghana your mind but kuro we mu enkra kuro mu watoto nine mako saying 27 houses what they ko he papa kwabena edubwa he edan mako 27 what they ko he enye musika hudu bubru I mean bubru just baby afibra national service wenum ne dia watetete hwe papa yi hanan ya ono wote Venezuela oti chain woman hwe dan ya papa yi tim wo ho ni yirum mienu ba ko te ha obi enu asabi wote edanfo mu no and we are learning from some other intel be say edan wo tim kra no inside that edan wo tim wo chain home no ase nya so underground wo ho a minima de ye underground ho I don't know. This is the level to which the Ghanaian gradually is becoming extremely disappointed in this your democratic journey of 33 years. You go so ye kwa ye nim baby ye kwa ni da ye bidro. But the news by the hour of the government go, government come is not a friendly, it is not a news that encourages citizens. It's a news that breaks the heart of the nation's citizen and breaks the consciousness of the nation itself. First, let us begin by reviewing corruption across previous administrations and identify which regime recorded the most widespread corruption in Ghana. Yen check it. Yen Fourth Republic way, the Fourth Republican government way, beginning from why former President Kufuor, next John Evans Fifi Atamils, next John Dramani Mahama first. 3. Why President Adodankwa Kwekuado. 5. Now President Mahama. Yenfang compare the regimes you know, right from the AFRC, the Armed Forces Revolutionary Council, that metamorphosed into what? The Provisional National Defense Council. And before that, Yanko back, they check it, even the Progress Party by Buzia. They check it. The National Redemption Council NRC by why January Champon. Then ye Friwa. Ye Femra, which one? Then yes, the kind of saying Ekufu, who over to the Palace School. I nobody saying 5 months, and that's what the SMC2, the Supreme Military Council 2, it's saying Ekufu. Ni ye free one yemra AFRC for EB2 no. Transfer later ye koye. Then 1979, yeah, elections. Liman D saying 24 months. And before we realized, the skies were rocketing with missiles. Bam! Rollins said, hey, we impend nonsense. Because Liman Kotna Castle, Liman was behaving as if though everything was okay. Several intelligence and warnings were fine. Onona Adrian is there. Oh, the military have returned to barracks and he can have a field. He was there and doing all sorts of things, including having merriment. The skies were blazing up in year 2. Rollins by also Bertrand almost closer to the same period of 24 months. Then a year. Kikanina boom. Besi. Then and not just a Third Republic, no. Liman at the end of the Third Republic. Till say I feel the Bretton Woods institutions and the IMFs and whatnot try to instigate. Kikanina boom. See the Fourth Republic. I dare any politician out there, and I dare any political scholar, and I dare any political scientist in this country from the north, south, east, and west any day. Come. Now compare all these regimes. Near compare this regime where he said, which of the regimes that Ghana has recorded the massive gargantuan political corruption and huge sums of money that has gone down the abyss? No. Any of these regimes. Oh yeah. It's when the lives of those the Kweku Bakons were sponsored to demonize the Rollinses as if though Obisi Kakoshe Rollins, but to meanwhile nothing. Nothing. General Champo, corruption, Benya. Why? No, me say all this. When to me, corruption, baby. Opa stretch a wine. the first president, or searching for Dr. Kwame? No. This country are witnessing corruption to its apex. Down there, the enigma is what you cannot comprehend, is this very regime, the Fourth Republic. Evidence suggests that the Fourth Republic has recorded some of the highest levels of political corruption and public sector waste. What a regime way, Fourth Republic way, and I witnessed the massive public what? Corruption, including public sector what? Waste. Now listen, the World Bank estimates indicate that Ghana loses roughly $5 billion every 4 years to what? 1, inefficiency. 2, corruption. And even as what? We seek much smaller sums for national development projects. What are you? Kaneno, every 4 years, Biano, World Bank for extra report. Now, World Bank for report on the Ghanaians, regrettably, because once a woman party, and a woman pay be a woo, now so pay be a woo, and Toby will say, and my a friend is saying, a Mukom saying, a political party see on this with MPP and NDC. Every 4 years, he be on the fair kunyaswana. The IMF extra report on Mutrano extra saying, Sikatri dia, Abino, Ayaden, a Western Yatuegu, Yanfan Kwashi, Yanfan your project, Yanfan your show. They wasted the money. IMF report extra saying $3 billion go waste. I think recent report here by nature said no. This quadruple, this quantum of money we are double to saying $5 billion. You're wasting quite. That was as we saw. And the most regrettable part, and I say this $5 billion sikawaya you're wasting no. Emu saying emu fractional, a fraction, a subset of that. And na abani we are na wasesa minu mienu na no de yekogu IMF wo. Na IMF wa hwe omunim di no mo say momra enam se modwini nya adwuma dodo na moye mo neoma se mo fra omugu ahwe mo omudi ahwe nti momra enye hwe mato 5 billion atwegu 1 5 billion man fa nya construction of roads. 2 man fa 5 billion anya what construction of a state edifice. 3 man fa 5 billion entimi anhwe the health sector. Mwentimi anfa 5 billion anfa nye schools. Mwentimi anfa nye bibia betime profitable ama the nation in current development forward. No, you wasted it. Now people say, so wasting it for what? You will know. They waste this quantum of money that is money belonging to you and I as far as the consolidated fund is concerned. Sometimes I want you to get scared and get serious of how your politicians continue to cause major catastrophe to this nation and they don't even care and you don't know. Into the slap of their hands, they hear Branakoya demonstration no disoko. Omu demonstration ama 100 cities their shows. Unim the honor they call. Unim ska on we read yekogu billions. Billions. Ghana for. Politicians need so more money. Your politicians are not crying for this nation under any circumstance. Now, Areho ye. Areho. So what check it? Say ne kwasem if the National Democratic Congress eso mo boa Ghana for no me retrieve say sika hudu kesia ni na kanoforiata eka ho mebebre wo mo wiade ekogu amanoni o so mo de ekogu the Cayman Island o so mo de ko mi de minimu na say sika we na e ba wo bebisa ho say enti is it worth it say Ghana a sovereign nation like this is at the corridors of the IMF in Washington demanding $3 billion. Ebe $3 billion. Into Mwangasa, mu crude oil now move to a western region. Billions of barrels of crude oil. So far, say na mu generate free. Munya saying. Say na munya free. Mumre, under the Fourth Republic, check all these republics here, Maken. We Rawlings, Dieno, every one. At the time, the Rawlings government at a point, was almost crashing. Historically, it was orchestrated by the same IMF. Yeah, it was Rawlings era, Muka 19, was it 85 or thereof? And Ghana experiences what? A Nasifo. And then it got to a point that the Rawlings administration was really at its knees. This was a time the Rawlings government needed a life oxygen to survive. The government of Rawlings was almost at the point of what? Hitting the iceberg, not the tip of it. That it would definitely need a life oxygen to survive. And Rawlings started lifting his hands in despair to catch a glimpse. And the IMF of today were there. And Omubemu, catch and say, listen, you need to embark on this. This is no more church, Rawlings, other than that, I don't recall where even General Champon even went to the IMF. No, General Champon used what? Agriculture sector to give Ghana the facelift. And one way, he increased the buffer stock of this nation so much beyond its. Ghana was exporting food to all these our neighbors, including Japan, South Korea, fish, and in Yoma Bibri. His beef, General Champon's beef, was to end this dependency syndrome, which has what? Continue militating against us till today. It's been how many years? Ghana still is what? An import-driven economy. And these your politicians under the Fourth Republic continue to speak nonsense and stupidity to you. Many of them are doctors, professors. As we say, sikaria, akronfo, criminals, thieves and rogues. Na masofo na beka ho leku sufo no no mo so abeshem. Ajarefo, they know to nothing. The Fourth Republic. May catch them. I know some people want to end the Fourth Republic. How they will end it, me, I don't know. Because when we say Fourth Republic, if the Fourth Republic way is not truncated, no, the Fourth Republican way is rather going to give birth and rise to power of evil, satanic people, corrupt people, wicked people, all sorts of bad people. I don't know. Folks, Mame for Munra sights and sounds, then you drew the religious belt. Case, gauge the space. You have that topic. A Nigerian blogger has noted, or has hinted rather, that the current strain between Ghana and Nigeria may not ease anytime soon. In fact, a new front of agitation is emerging in Lagos, where of unrest are reportedly stirring within the Igbo community. This development could signal a troubled extension of the tensions already felt here at home. Nigeria nini can't see me train. Say, the AC wa Ghana and Enyawanwasa, the same as to AC wa Nigeria minimum, particularly in Lagos town or Lagos state. It's what to me say. Igbo for na tete omode tete Ghanaians back in Nigeria in the Lagos state one the same thing air koso prepa. This is what this Nigerian guy is drumming home for Ghanaians us to look into the space and watch out. Take a listen to him.
Igbo youth need to start thinking. The war going on in Ghana hasn't finished. There's another one going on in Lagos. The Lagos State governor renamed certain streets and bus stops from Igbo names to Yoruba. Some of the Igbo youth are saying that if not for the Igbo, Lagos won't be where Lagos is, that they built Lagos. And I read some of their comments on TikTok calling Yoruba people names. The person who allowed you into their land. You see, you have your land. Why don't you go to your land and build your land? You see the nonsense they are doing in Ghana? They are doing the same thing in Lagos. Why Igbo youth are known for wrong creations? If you recall, Igbo has never been known for right creation, but wrong creation. Some of the issues going on in Nigeria, the consciousness created in Nigeria was by the Igbo. 1966 coup Chukwuma Eziogu. The first military coup was Igbo by this guy, Chukwuma. You killed the Prime Minister of Nigeria, Tafawa Balewa, the northern leader, and Ahmadu Bello. And the same thing also, they killed some of the Yoruba also. In that coup, right? The first military coup was organized by the Igbo. Why? Always wrong creations. The same thing Ojukutu started. The Biafra. Another Igbo youth. There's foolishness going on in the mind of many of these people. I read some saying that they are going to buy Ghana. What will punish Ghana? Ronuni, Eshekunu ba yin ayerada. Àwọn ọmọ olórí burúkú ọdún máa ṣàǹfààní ọmọ àgbákò. Wrong creation. Every now and then. There's a guy somewhere Yeboah, 33 years old. You stab him with scissors. Emeka Abuchi. He stabbed the guy to death with scissors. Affiché, B.A.D. lọ́rọ̀. You always create violence. It's high time the Igbo you need to talk to each other. Start talking to one another. It's foolishness. The war in Nigeria was created by the Igbo. In South Africa, the same thing also the Igbo people went to create it. In Malaysia, it's the survivor driving the youth, and they're not thinking. You're not thinking. The Igbo youth, you're not thinking. You need to start using your head. Think. All about money. Officially. I say why ya mo ọmọ àlè báyìí. Bí ẹran bí ìwẹ̀ ẹran. Ẹran gun ò tí ẹ̀ wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń wà yìí. With all this killing going on here and there by the youth of Igbo. You see the Biafran, Kanu, or whatever they call the other one too, inciting civil unrest in the land with the Biafran nation. I think the Igbo people need to just go back to their home and have a talk. Have a meeting. Build their own community. So that you don't need to be sharing community with people and creating stress for others. I think so. And most of them don't like to take corrections too. They don't like to take correction. And that is what led Ojuku. That is what led Ojuku to that war. Because of block mind. You carry all these people, you go kill them for war. Generation unborn, they still carry that trauma. And that trauma, once there's trigger, it will be acting.
Look, it's a move that many people do know. That sooner or rather later, there is a volcanic eruption on the ground. That this Igbo's presence in Ghana is a war, whether Ghana will like it or not. Sooner or rather later, we'll fight it. But it's as if some of you leaders are adamant and they don't even care. But Ghanaians, whether abroad or here, prepare. Me, I'm telling you guys, prepare. Now, Sir Ote Diokayano is making a lot of. He's not a Ghanaian, but sometimes, ever since we started this friction, this tide with Nigerians, Ghanaians, I cannot even figure that many Ghanaian bloggers, many Ghanaian content creators, many Ghanaian whatever are even doing more things apart from us. all the videos that we are playing and all the commentaries about this rising tide is coming from, you know, the Nigerians' own backyard. They're very surprised because they know what their people are doing here is completely untenable. It's unacceptable. And so, if Nigerians back home do know what is happening here by their colleagues and brothers and sisters, it's not even good and it is not unacceptable, then the question remains, how much more than the Ghanaian leaders who are supposed to know the right thing and do the right thing, and they are sitting there quietly. Ghanaians, can't you see the enigma? That's the stupendous nature of the whole thing. What we say? Nigerians who say, there be a dear union who Ghana and yet, but only there's no material crowd or momunim de ekokra. His colleague also posed a pointed question. Why has the self-styled, self-imposed, Chukudi Jude bypassed every town and cities in Nigeria only to arrive in Ghana to establish this so-called kinship? What exactly drew him here? And who stands to gain from his presence? Another Nigerian about to speak. Osedeng, Adentina Chukudi Jude. The whole Nigeria, 36 states, wapani na hu maku mienu miensa and then wapani now Ghana na obabesi or parallel kinship. Ghana na obesi wahindie. Ghana and obaba wasesegwa. Ghana and obabesi wahindie. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to the leaders of this country? You will pay dearly with your lives before this country anything will happen. And most of the Ghanaian leaders, you are already cursed by all. The spirit of this nation, you are cursed already. Nigerian, you walk on. And if they are making sense to us, how much more our own leaders who we've entrusted in their custody power to what? In decision making. Listen to him.
How can Igbo in Ghana say he wants to build an empire? And they crown him king. He went to another man's country and went to have an entitled called king, and you say you want to build an empire for Igbos. What happened to Nigeria? So nobody their fault. What happened to Aba? What of Owuri? What of Anambra? What happened to those places? If they chase them, make them come back, we have a home. Anybody where they pursue men come back, we have a home.
So if Nigeria fix their country, we will be here. But because Ghana has fixed their own country, so I wouldn't go there now and be spoiling their country for them. Because from the look of things, the way I had it, they say they are doing one thing or other that is not supposed. Prostitution, ritual killing. So that is it. And you don't blame them. They want to fix their place, their society. Not like Nigeria, anybody will just do anything and go away with it. Most especially our leaders, our politicians. So that is it.
They say Igbo can't crown themselves king for their addition, which is against their customary because they have Igbo.
Ghana will make a very big mistake if they say let the Igbos go, because if you go to any country and you do not see Igbo man there, or run for your dear life. We the Igbos, we are blessed, not ordinary blessed. We are blessed in a system whereby we are country developer. Any place you go, you do not see Igbo man. Look at how that country will be. That country will not be good to stay.
Protesting that Igbo should go.
Our brother the Igbos, they are peculiar people. From what my research is, a few years back there was also this outrage in South Africa where they had this
xenophobia.
You can say that xenophobia, yeah. This fallout. The Igbo people are very inquisitive people. They are adventurous people. They can look at where you don't see anything and excavate something.
You see opportunity
and see
in
opportunities
crisis.
where you don't see anything is where and so somehow this can never stop. If an Igbo man finds himself in a place where people do not see things and they are seeing things and are doing well, there is obvious need for jealousy. They can be jealous.
So Ghanaians are jealous?
They could be jealous. It could be out of sheer jealousy for them. Because even me, I'm tempted to feel jealous when I see somebody that is doing well more than me. Naturally. It's a natural thing. You see, maybe you started with a friend and you see your friend progressing. You feel somehow, even if you are not having any evil mind, but
He's just there.
You grumble, waiting they happen to me now.
It takes a lot of God factor to curtail
to curtail it. But if you are not that controlled or contained by the Spirit of God, then you can go
Ghanaians will be jealous of Nigerians and notwithstanding the tribe called Igbo. No way. No. For what? But you see, what makes the narrative more interesting is the Nigerians themselves define the idiosyncrasy of their own brothers and sisters, the Igbos, to us. Then Ghanaians, we are nowhere close. Oh. Ghanaians haven't come close. No. Ghanaians, we don't know the Igbos well. But it is their own, like one of them was saying. How can you bypass, I wish I can speak their tone. How can you bypass all those when they come to somebody's country? How? That doesn't make sense. There's so many states, so many cities and towns, so many of them there. 36 states. Now, I'm sure many of you have heard the breaking news. The US President Donald Trump has warned Tinubu to quickly take care of those Boko Haram whatever, or else he's about to storm the US Marines there. They will crush them to ashes, and then after that, as usual, as demands on the Western world, regime change. Yeah, they will do a regime change. In a related development, another blogger is fuming over criticisms from his fellow Nigerians. He argues that as long as some Nigerians continue to project what he calls an image of hostility and mischief, he would what? He will not stop calling them out. So, videos are made by Nigerians now they produce you. We, the broadcasters, use it and let the world know who we are. It's not coming from me. And I with that is the amalgamation of their way of doing things and how they program things. It's what defines them. Not me defining Nigerians. No. And you see, whatever way you are being defined, you again with a certain concerted effort that you want to activate and actualize who you are. Listen to this guy. This guy, I'm about to play his video, tells his story. He says, in the sense that Nigerians really did some on myself. No, the Obeko one why they were exposing Nigerians. He's going to call them out all time. Listen to him.
The video I posted about the Igbos in diaspora, Igbo people are telling me to stop talking about it. But they are forgetting that their brother in abroad are doing bad things over there. Just look at the likes of Anthony Joshua, a heavyweight champion. He's a Yoruba man. The newly included doctor to be the 90th member of the US Academy. A Yoruba woman, Mrs. Toyin Ajayi. All these people are pushing Nigeria upward. But a Nigerian man that escaped jail in the UK and run to Nigeria after being sentenced to 15 years imprisonment, boom! An Igbo man, Mr. Oji. Just recently, a man was jailed in the UK for sexual assault on a child. Boom! An Igbo man, Mr. Emmanuel Onwubiko. You can see that majority of the Igbos are portraying bad image about Nigeria in diaspora. And this is one of the reasons why most countries are now putting a ban on Nigeria passport, and is making it difficult for innocent Nigerians to get visa because of their involvement in crime. See, I don't said blow. Make una not allow me punch person. No. I have said my own. No.
I think say Binimu prefers a no. Donald Trump should not focus on only Nigeria. He should focus on entire Africa. As once a time, he described the African continent as what? ... And come and see our politicians. They were running helter-skelter. And Donald Trump is calling Ghana... More lucky cross one Fred the continent Africa, the F word. More lucky. But rather, he used what? The S word. More shithole. Yeah. This guy who just spoke did not end there. He continued still on the angle that yes, he will continue to do the right thing. Take a listen to him.
Disprove me on this. Make una disprove me. Anytime you hear Nigeria make history in abroad, check it out. It is mostly the Yorubas. Like this doctor, Oluseyi, who won all 8 resident awards in the US. Youngest mayor in the UK, Biodun Busari. Best Britain pharmacist, Olutayo. The moment you hear Nigeria got arrested, boom! An Igbo man will appear, Valentino Ezike. 2 Nigerians got arrested over drug, boom! Azubike and Neto Lushi. India police arrested a Nigerian man, boom! Ezewani. They are always in the position to demarcate Nigeria. Whereas the Yorubas and other tribes are trying to put Nigeria up in the diaspora. Their own is just to degrade Nigeria passport with their bad character. See, I diverse for a character.
Now with him, as I said and I maintain, on my way home, distraction, it's not only in the hands of politicians. Your men of God, majority, 99.99 of your men of God are part of the destruction of this nation. Not only politicians, but as we take on the religious belt. Now, me person na me dem offer religious belt in Mukakra. On the Christian belt, controversy is stirring after a Ghanaian preacher in a circulating video described modern Christianity as what? Scam. He questions the identity of the figure Jesus and his related activities. Real. Also, fi wo bisa how na me no ni ebusia na metimi baby na yesi wei ene agenkwa no a oba be wuye mini ni ebusia bia o. What sense does it make, sir? Inti change na say me den me di Jesus Christ be the God that I should worship. How? But listen to us often maybe other than assembly free bar. Now say if you will make sense out of it. There are some who are so decent ready to expose some things that has characterized our minds into captivity and into slavery. There are some of these men of God who knows the truth, but simply just that they want to use that, they want to ensure that we continue to be in our captivity, we continue to be in our slavery. But at least I know that today, every African bearer, these people of color, I know today, all of us, we do know that Christianity was not brought to us to ensure that we go closer to God. Though. Christianity was brought to us to do what? To just slave your mind and destroy you and destroy your mental faculty. Listen to this man and the issues he's raising. Take a listen to him.
Church doesn't make sense. Christianity in itself, it doesn't make sense. Look at me, let me break it down further. How many of you will agree with me that the story of one young man from Israel, not even Nigeria, not South Africa, beyond this, the continent of Africa, Israel. He came to Israel, was born somewhere in Bethlehem, moved around Nazareth, and then one day when he was 33 years, they caught him, beat him up, and then put him on the cross. They put a nail in his hands. Blood started coming out. He put a thorn of crown on his head, and he shouted, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. So what? Because of what he has done. Me that is in Africa, he's not my relative. I don't know him. I should believe in him, and I'll be saved. Listen to me. Does this make sense? Come on, somebody talk back to me. Does this make sense? Christianity doesn't make sense. And then when I receive him, after that, I will come to church and I'll be speaking in one funny language, speaking in tongues.
Did you make some sense out of what he said? But you see, there's one particular thing here in Africa. The more, and you see, that is what continued to what? Ground the Africans into submission. The fear factor of knowing, the fear factor in researching to understand, the fear factor in knowing what will set you free rather becomes that of what? That's of the cross that you must carry. Oh yes, and I agree with him. You will not go to the global south. You will not go to the global north. And they are screaming, Here Baba, Ikikoma Gadusa. And then those almost to the back to us, and American, Leku Susu. What is the meaning of that? Leku Su, any Leku Susu. What is that? All these strange languages. So, now knowing, the white man knows, said no, one thing he can use it easy common without struggle to subdue you, the African, no, was this special purpose vehicle. I've said it time and number ever since I took up television journalism or broadcasting, and I've not stopped. That I'll continue to crusade against charlatans, men of God in this country who continue to use religion, particularly Christianity, to be subduing people and what? Duping them and taking money from them. And that's what the whole country has turned into. The politicians are on one hand, the men of God on one hand, are for criminals. In the academic space, a scholar has called on what? Citizens to think broader and act sharper. He argues Ghanaians and wider African public to what? Patronize, prioritize creativity, innovation, and critical thinking over blind religious zeal. He referenced the fast-growing development in the global south, and he's perfectly right. Papa, or a scholar, no church ni mebim. E dia ben na bema yatna ha yade asori aye nada amanipa asori aye nipa fintinua asori aye kwananda amanipa azia ne zen no mu wi a no ma be catch us no wait one thing surpasses that se when yi sika mu odu a Christmas na ebebe wo mu be di sa wo mu kwasi asem no wo mu nsori nim na me nka so wo mu this next year and a Ghana so for the minimum will become. Me, my mom alarm bell. I'm telling you, I've given you people the alarm from the top. They call them, oh, and our fathers and our what? I remember those days in the two. Come on, they are foolish talk. And Kwekwanan is disturbing our fathers. More than your fathers. But damn, we are chrome for. I saw from one, I say 99.99. You are part of this country. Continue to taxi round. It's not about salvation. I dare you people. It's not salvation you are preaching. You are preaching what? Covetousness. You are evil, satanic. Now, one among them, Baku also for maybe Baku be diachemo. Yeah, Baku be only there. Obia bayua or tini baby. Also for ya say reporter. And then the okachire ran and say, well, who say? Anamu no need to ni nanye into wakwa bɔ ne yira amane na na sɔre ɛman ketengete no ɔno so wabɔ amane no ria ɔbɛtro krata de ato na de ba asɛm a wɔbɛ commit suicide ni wawu na suicide no ɔbɛ commit no wɔno no ɔde ne bɛ reference ɔno nti na wa commit suicide am so what dram Simon, your men of God, many of your men of God, and now many of them, just 1, 2, 3 you can identify them, but many of them are satanic. They are what? They are standing on the altar of what? Satanism. There is one prominent man of God. Also, there was a time I called on some men of God. Said, and they don't want to come forward. And in the some of those men of God are so quiet, and the things are forgotten. I've forgotten about them. One among them is this man. He thinks that he's one of the prominent man of God. My friend is move on the picture and so. My friend say Michael Bredin Yameche. He's a goddamn crook. Bredin Yameche. Oh yes, Michael Bredin Yameche. A top level investigation. Now guess what? There was some kind of meeting there. A course why and said, because your own men of God, your own pastors have come and accused you of occultism and many things are false. You be shocked. I wasn't making the story. His own men of God, accused him ostensibly into occultism, into what? Religious what? Falsification, hypnotization, and nipa one more accusing is Bredin Yameche particularly the whole of the East Legon, any sika form more memoir, papa use religion called Christianity, Eddie Dupom, Yamina Mekon, or Yahweh. No, face the beginning, he thought I was making the story. Guess what Bodin Yameche told me? Bodin Yameche says what? He's making his lawyers write a suit to bring it to me here at CTV. Do you know why? When he got to know the government of the issues, and said no, Asemno is much more than he knows. Do you know why he said? When the lawsuit comes, tell your management to tear it apart. This guy, bunch of crooks. You think I respect your man of God? Call the name of your man of God and let me give you a history of him. I dare you people. I don't speak rawful. I don't speak MTO. Me say, man of God or more countryman. I can vow and I can vouch. I have done an extensive investigations about almost 90% of them, and they are all bunch of crooks. They are very amateur. That's what he told me. This guy. That's why he told me. Oh, when the lawsuit comes, take it and tear it. Not me fees were a bear mine. Today he's out of Ghana for almost many months, and he thinks that he can hide in his corner for all this. Okay? Your men of God continue to depend on you and build all the synagogues, the cathedrals and whatnot, and they are making you feel, and they speak so nice. Some of them, like this guy, very, very fluent, they speak so nice, and many have what? Psychological tongue. How they confuse you and cult you into submission before you realize your whole household riches is in their hands. And Nyoma Eguha Kweku, baby Amasa, because I wish I don't know what I know. And when it comes to a religious men of God in this country, I have said and maintained, your politicians are doing theirs, but your men of God are evil. Many of your men of God are satanics. Many of your men of God are into fraternities. Many of your men of God are what? Occultists. And in 2028, Womoba Beshenko, Nami Dunyame, also for the team. More mutiti is Legon, more mutiti himfa. I jingan or any the rest. Any monso mutiti North Legon. Mo be shanko mamashe. My demo. Minimu bet share Mogana. There's another self-styled guy here. What to know the name? Or see a friend Roger. Roger, be careful. I'll burn you alive. You are evil. That prophet called Roger may say, stay out of the social media and stop falsificating all sorts of prophecy and making wherever the fraternity you belong to, go there and stop deceiving Ghanaians. You can't stand me. Maybe those journalists, Roger now why you self-star now. When they go into their mystical balance and occultic balance, and whatever happens, then one of them is being sent as a messenger to come and make it look as though there's a certain prophecy that is coming from the self-righteousness. You Satan children, Satan's cousins. Evil. Mo ye wudi for mo sayo minor. Ghana ye kusu. Ghana ye kabisi. And so mo sorry kwesi de biano enrei na ma hihye monta mo gu ba bia ye dede. Meanwhile sunsum papa bia ni mem. Honhom te Ghana so no. Ghana air struggle to wake up. And we thought some of these men of God can salvage, can bring sacrilege, can make Ghana a sacrilege where there'll be what? The Holy Spirit dwelling. But who? Holy Spirit be any Ghana. Me na make a chama. Michael Bodin Yameche. Otoho. No, or yen yoma ho. Yeah. No office when you're small boy journalist be only diagro. It's been how many man? Mo say makana say minkai. We've done a lot. We've done a lot. Mo sayo me, mo di onyankopon din e na mo di ayo twiase. Onyankopon asem no enya asem bia na mo kan. No. For me, I will continue to expose you according to Ephesians chapter 5 verse 9. Or say anything that is unworthy must be exposed. And that's what I'm doing. This is my ministry. I will speak. Listen to what this academic man said. And if all of us as Africans will think about some of these things, you not go and stand before that your so-called evil man of God. Those your wicked evil men of God, whose desire is to look for money. It's all about money. It's all about money. Akromfo sika no mohwehwe eni nyapade edan cars wo be ko mufie ni cars nko na esisio. So we so mo do ko nyame fia kwe. Yentia, Edian Obini Mambeka. When I started exposing some of them, like the Obinim said what? Later, what did he do? Obinim came and confessed that yes, whatever that he was doing and saying to Ghanaians, all of them were a lie. That I told a lie, he confessed. And I'm refi. Obinim, a cromfort to say. And then he friends say, look, I said, why you are the number. And now, so for you, so I don't know, say, what the answer, Papa? We ask him worker. Neti nyansa was asking. Nafato to religious men of God and say if they are aiding you to closer to God. Take a lesson to this.
So I watched some of you African leaders parading yourselves at the 2025 UN General Assembly with a laundry list of requests and complaints, pleading for permanent seat, whining for louder voice. And I thought, how pathetic. Yes, John Mahama gave a blistering speech which was okay, but speeches would not do it. The second largest, second most populated, and the most resource-rich continent on the surface of the earth, reduced to begging smaller, weaker nations and continents for just a seat and the microphone. Shame on you. Here's the truth you always joke on. Africa will never, ever earn respect by begging for it. Respect is not donated, it's not given, it's earned, sometimes even seized. Relevance is not granted, it's forged. A voice is not handed out. Africa can build one so thunderous the world can drown it. But what have you built? Corruption has drowned our politics. Oil beneath our feet, but we buy fuel from strangers. Gold in our soil, yet we starve. Youth overflowing with genius while the Ancient of Days and the Rock of Ages cling to power for decades. Hospitals abandoned while you sneak into Europe for treatment. Our roads, they dissolve in the rain. Schools recite Shakespeare, but they erase the history of Sankara and Kwame Nkrumah. Armies can never defend the continent. And the list goes on. But here you are, begging smaller nations that you should be feeding at this time. African leaders, listen well. The day you purge corruption, unite economies, reform education, restore cultures, build industries that feed your people, and forge militaries that can shield this continent, that day you won't need to beg for seats. You will own the table and the world will rise when you walk in. But until then, every complaint you cry at the UN is nothing but crocodile tears. Because deep down, you know the enemy destroying Africa is not Europe, not America, not Asia. It's you. So stop the shame and start building what you spent decades destroying.
Did you listen to what he said? That thought-provoking? As if we don't know this, but we know it. Look, Ghana isn't developing all. I am telling every Ghanaian at the range of listening and watching. I'm telling you, for me, Kweku, I'll continue to expose the things that I see. Ghana is not developing. The country is going down, down, down into its fullest darkness. And most part of the troubling situation they've been here, and they're saying, it is deeply troubling that when you turn on the television today, you are greeted with programs labeled as what? Mentorship into music. The question that refuses to go away is simple as a nation. What development agenda are we pursuing? What vision are our media institutions, corporate stakeholders aligning with? Across the global south, children are what? Are being ushered toward technology, creativity, innovation, and real developmental skills. They are learning to build, to solve, to invent. Meanwhile, in our space, we are busy engaging children primarily in what? Music competition. Nobody is saying music lacks value. No. But when it comes to that dominant pipeline for youth development at the expense of what? Technology, industry, and innovation, we must ask, are we preparing our children for the future or entertaining them into what? Irrelevance. And they will be Ghana television one. The narrow, our young men and women from the secondary school, no, the mentorship. The media organizations who are supposed to do something better as part of our social corporate responsibility, you need now a mentorship. Now we are come and assess what kind of music lyrics are we hearing today on our airspace. Enyamainomunkwa ehuku bra esisia samnom enyamasam emedie nomunkwa. And edapno so. This time you cannot stay or drive your car with like your 12-year-old boy or girl in a car and be listening to that song. Onimuto dada. Now, the understanding of that lyrics and also is another thing. And then that child will be walked into that activity of the music. It's another thing. Why? Satan, it taking over the airspace. Demons, any fraternities, it taking over the media airspace. Oh yeah, you don't know? He will know. Bonsam and many of you, I dare them, I challenge them, they should come out. Me probably be and wakasa. I will deal with you for real. Look, all your music industry, including your entertainment industry, is bought by satanic authors in this country. And what are they doing? They are aiding and urging our youth into nothing except all the things you see. Mentorship. When in the global south, when in the global east, children are there with the speed of light, carrying the nation into another technological world. You sit here and every Sunday, mentorship. When, under normal circumstances, our ministries and departments, all the television channels we have, what have they turned the television channel? One of the television channels in Yamama software chrome for them. And what do you see on the television channel? Charlatanic advert, magicians. Fiscal Webra, Medobono, for Webra. All the TV stations have been turned into what? Charlatanic adverts. And we have ministers in charge of this. Okay? Mika say, we have so many technical universities. School bit is Ashase University. Go and see what Ashase is doing. These are schools that you whole channel. Nipa Tifia and Kola Airship, productivity, technology, inventions, creativity, innovation. No. Yeah, fam, they will give it to what? A software acrom for a would differ. No, the sad TVs make us say, baby, and to swear your whole nase, ma TV, so did they up, Lekusu, de Dengua, Quasiaka. And this is what your nation is proud of. This is the future you are building for us. Our young men and women are not being cultured to have a captivation of something that is profitable. Me say, minim how many years to come. The other banner say, Oba Orie schooler, the Obe to answer what in the Kwako Twabridge and Uncle paid maybe. Because there's nothing here. And no man screen this. How many of our youth can all go into music and learn music for what? But this is what today it has become fanciful on our television screens. All of them. Then another annoying part is saying, I've watched most of the screens are foreign soap operas and on the to two TV so. And so we say a memo woman glued to the set no more. All these soap operas does not give that Ghanaian a real identity of himself or herself. We are cultivating some foreign identity and we don't even care. A nation that is lost completely from its religious bell to tradition and culture, and nobody cares. Another troubling question stares us in the face, even if we insist on pushing children into music. What kind of music are we producing? What values, what discipline, what natural character is being melody through these melodies? Are we nurturing artists or simply manufacturing entertainers for applauses and allegrum, driven vanity to add salt to injury? Our television landscape has increasingly become parade ground for charlatanic adverts instead of media shaping minds, holding leadership accountable and pushing national vision. We are now witnessing a carnival of spiritual merchants and miracle billboards selling shortcuts to success. Where did our development priorities go? When did the media fight its duty to form? and what? Educate, inspire, and progressive society. Check. Billboard ne sisi kromia, mo de billboard ne yeden. And the billboard ni na aye into all forms of advert yeden. Eye. Ana uhu eye nko billboard ni na da ne eye. Enya university bia ye beka say oh, we may develop it IFN whole polytechnic, Cape Coast Polytechnic, Kumasi Polytechnic, we may discover bibi, we may ye bibi, mumi enfengu billboard so or televisions na channels na ye fema this polytechnic universities. No mu enyi yi nyoma na wo mo wo fie no will be motivated to also go into technical university. No. Mo di ama akromfo ubie TV we ya kaya and kwasia semunko. And when you talk, the leaders are not ready. So the media is flooded with all kinds of what? Mentor. Namibisamo. Our children at home, are these the musicians? Role model. Beware. I'm not ready to mention any musician's name. But the point is, are these the people? Are Wenum and the role model for our children back home? Are this entertainment content creators way? Namu entertainment for ben omwa. No word be om come see them oh, I've forgotten the word. Like you know, Charlie like I said, I don't know, something. Naturally say, yeah, and so and away and I am role model. These foolish people. This will both your men and women into those entertainment industry. Look at them, so dirty and so nasty. When you listen, because social media is the whole year, I do some foolish beef. Anyway, boy akoda. Anyway, girl akoda. Anyway, 19, anyway, Kwenya Dan were East Legon. Anyway, you thought that man was anyway, say stupidities and foolishness and nasty. Things that does not promote any godliness next to cleanliness. And this is what you entertain here. And these are the people who sooner or rather later they are becoming role models for your children. Like seriously, God have mercy on you. Folks, you don't be here. But me baby me phone line is not too fast. Hey guys, can I go ahead? Yes. God, and I'm in a short break now. Which one is this? If all Ghana ha Mr. Waiting out from 0302. Go straight to the issue, Mr. Doom that voice the volume of your television. 0302 771593. All Ghana ha friend number no screen so Nina go screen so 0302 771593 0302 771593. And here Ghana for my line. Abroche for the bit me from WhatsApp. And I'm waiting me from a normal call. And 020 297 3461 020 297 3461. Abroche for a bit me from the hello, good evening. Hello? Unfortunately. Oh boy. There's a bad feed there. And you're not fault out, but I kind of feel say hello, good evening. Hello. Good evening. Yes, ma'am. Good. Kasana into you.
The village mapa we pa nyame hira wate eze nyankopɔ ɔbɛbɔ ho ban obi ntumi nya oshi nyankopɔ ɔbɛbɔ ho ban wate obiara ni ɔbɛtumi ayɛ obi biara ɔbɔ de nyankopɔ na taban kɛse no ɔde bɛkata woso asɔfofo fake fo na ɔmo na mo na ɔmo yɛ wa expose ɔmo papa obɛbie ti station na we haya gana po edi mu super ni saata wohu gana po edi mu super ni saata bi anokura wa no onko ho ope century obo ade sira wa tinye ko obo hu ba mi bom fire na ko obo hu ba obi to mi nya ohwi adwuma pa na wo yɛ na mi sira wa.
Amen. Of course, Abroche for a bit me after 020-297-3461. Hello, call Waline. So hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Bonini Akwemo Haze.
Yo, the patron my sending messages. Concerning Kumasi, there are a lot of mad people taking over our streets, and some of them are holding sharp objects like knife and others. When you go to Kofrom Total, there are police guys there controlling traffic. Meanwhile, there is this mad guy always smoking cigarette, holding either knife, stones.
Okay. My man for foreign caller. Hello, good evening. Hello. Yes.
Yeah, face mask na make to say.
Okay, Mami.
Find them. So I sent you my number that.
Metonka.
Hello.
Metonka Kasampacho. Oh. Hello.
Hello.
Unfortunately, but Facha me nyame fault. Ubia wo frame ya we nyame no ubetima send WhatsApp message number no so na indicate then whatever it is we'll sort it out there. All right, my man for another call. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Hello. Oh, Charlie. Lines na jame up. Hello, Meton company. Good evening.
Yeah, Mr. Face mask na make
you see, I was saying something. Now, my director of research, Kofi Ejiri, I wake up for you and I salute you, boss. I was looking for some word to be Ghana. Maya Moho say more celebrities. Who are those celebrities here? On my way, celebrities men. There's no celebrities. That is a shower for you, two for one. What Matigo Ghana and Penny for so, more person, me Romo do Sama and Kwalan. They are not one celebrities. There is no celebrity. I dare them. If they want, they should come here. Celebrity be in Ghana. There is no celebrity in this country. So some of you stop. I don't want to mention names. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Uncle. What's the name?
Boko, Pacho, what's saying?
Yeah, the Nyamiase. Hey, na ye cree more ye, sabe, or the young there.
Yeah.
And paying for Chrome politicians and as a young phone and good baby. And why, you won't want to sabe well finishing as they and paying for, or there was, sir. Because Croner say, yet a chid my young machine. Your Croner say, ain't your friend the media houses see what there. Say, Yawa, no, you Mr. S and Iraga. Upiala you over Casana. Didn't years a young crow come and here is same crony day. Aqua Nigeria, the way you both no warrior won't behave no. Oh, yes, if you more. Oh, there, yes, sir. Oh, there, yes, sir. I mean, sure, no way to my pirate, Ate. Okay, bye.
Okay, my man, find another caller. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
The line is back now.
Open it on Kakasa. I can hear you.
CTV, no.
CTV Kasa, me pacho. Yan intema me pacho.
So, between Nigeria for 30 years. Nigerians are very dangerous. What do you say?
Yeah.
A better time be cooperative with the bankers. Yajmo banks. Until you use banker. Who the Bassi, I just appear. No, I'm Robert Omamba with Akio. That's what they do. Nigerians.
I see. Good one.
They're almost 30 years. And this man, what they call him, Chukudi.
Yeah.
He says he's coming from the Port Harcourt. That is, what do they call it? What's the king? The king of France, the crown of Port Harcourt, no? Hey, Papa, that man is very dangerous. King Jaja.
Anyway, we cannot be certain that never panel or King Jaja there. We don't know, but all right, Mamifa Yanko foreign line. So hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Face mask.
Guys, is there where I can hear my foreign callers?
Yeah, I can hear. Can you hear me? Face mask, yes, I can hear you, but okay, but you must me what can I say? Your Maya, yes, your leader, or handle or manti. nipa Felisa they say Obia to me and Tagana no be no penoko. Just imagine say I was in Ghana some time ago about 3 months ago. Me free Eastern region never me fa Pokuasi. Me fa a friend saying I do agree. And some friends are Bodrias and I'm the idea come do car so I me call you. Could you believe some come with me car? I'm the motor hate me car. Nigeria from the motor hate me car. This thing happened to me twice. I'm the motor hate me car. Na mama warning shoot to me. Me brother and I'm told me man to my warning shoot to me. As a young man, na ma ba me crow, me do me crow, na me ba me crow. Na obi free asel ni crow no ba baye. Me it me encourage Ghanaians say we are young guy na say unama just arm yourself, protect yourself against these people because Ghana is not safe anymore. We don't have leaders. I'm behind the crow. Say me free sprinted but kuta Lagos number. A white and green color bisa almost follow me to Bintu. Make up baby, I'm a cop park on my cheek. I know your second time. Now make up a party and my guys need information. I'm a carpenter. The one who called bro. My cat also follow best 6 miles. And I'm a mom lie. To me mom lie, me come with you, I'm a carpenter shop. And I'm buy. On the real estate motor 4 hours around. Who don't say what is going on? I mean, explain things actually.
Okay.
According to the car, we can almost sell the car in the country. I see a dry mind.
All right. Mommy, I cannot figure this. This is my face marks just gone past. All right. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, open Otemenka. Guys, turn the knob off. Now they maintain what me talk back anymore. Mama maintain baby or talk back now. Hello, good evening. Oh my goodness. I have a big bang here. Hello. No, MCR. Mama maintain what me talk back now. Shut down the speaker in the studio so that I can have a smooth here. Why, Pamacho? All right, bring the calls. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, mommy.
Good evening. Me paso me mamumoni ejuma moye wai.
Yeah.
Me paso ebana asori na semna.
Yeah.
Hello.
Kasa.
Asori asem no. Ehia me serious pa. Asori na asem no. Ehia me pa because yasofu no omu twa too much. Abrofo na be dada yen. Amasisi ano I say captivity yes bibimu it's too much. It's very bad. And in the media me Felisa campaigning for no enembe kasa no mon bra sofo na say na yenko back to ye nananom som no I think say no na ye dia. Yes, and no na ye dia. Into boss na ye me de pa because I say we makan me meja sorry ko. And the thing about that Jesus Christ, no, here me pa, into me pa mutopa.
All right. Yem pick another call. All right, me pacho. Oh, Fremia, the volume on your television, me pacho Febra from why me into me. All right, hello, good evening. Hello, good evening, boss. Yes, sir.
Me pacho me me how to say. Ghana, democracy no yendru ho me so an kamba ya mo match da for an mesa backward democracy yendru ho boss yendru ho example me dem how far.
Okay, good one. Honestly, no. But of course, this sentiment is being shared among many Ghanaians who believes that no, the democracy we are in through yet, and of course, Ghana doesn't deserve going through. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, mommy.
Kweku.
Mommy.
Hello, Mpatasa Menka.
Metonka pa kasa. Metonka.
No, me wa
Aye, kasa.
Me patu about this pastor Sasuma Okano. Kweku ehia me papa.
Emani yamu.
Emani yamu. Almost start to prayers.
Yeah.
prayers, ye compile. At the end, he never before quite a bit of the ambassadors on the name. Oh, young compile. Oh, how the mail me a fan compile. Yet they had a back, but very good, you got a may near Romo. Because I just said you get them, we are see it. Said you to frat, you but nephew, swear Bible. Near the Bible boy and Cassia brand debut. Yet the union was a pastor to me. And just say, and some one moody. Well, I asked a film, a mason. Say at the Kodia Bible, Obian Tamasi, non face Bible. What a shall be to send a pastor, not quite a baby or no dinner so a day yet Nasarim. What a shall be?
Good.
Ya, dear. Na kenka once will be. Na subject a flat, Obican as Obinian and Copua, Obinian and Copua Bay.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, let me just stop pick some few calls. Hello, good evening.
Call has been put on hold. Please wait.
All right, the line is so busy. So we are here. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, mommy.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, mommy. Kasa.
Kwakuni.
Hi, Kwakuni.
Me pato me o na.
Who are Kasa?
Oh, okay. Me pato me me chema den wa sofo ni ho.
Okay, Kasa.
Na me asofo ni ye ne die. Omo ha den papa. Omo ha den pa. Omo say niema. Omo ma wofo ni awofo ntama ye bata, omo man ntama ye bata tete. Ni omo kita no de enye enfenekwem. Na wudi ma se bi nso. Yesu Kristo ku oba asase so krampo no. Yesu Kristo ku oba asase so mpo no. Onu po no ye adwuma. Na tirifuo Paul ni Timothy ni nyina na mo ye adwuma. No ye adwuma. Incident na so mo ye adwuma. Na se mo go tua mo ka. Mo to so dem ye tua mo ka. Ada mo ye adwuma Paul no ye adwuma. Timothy no ye adwuma, Peter no ye adwuma. Ni entia ne ka. Incident na so ye tua mo ka. Na mo dada nkofo. Na mo jo mo hu sikedi. Won hwe ni yo. No hwe ni ye. Enye tade an waketua so ankasa. Na ko pon best asofo na ankasa. No wo say yes. Miss Legan apology.
Okay, in the line nakate into yemfa another. Hello, foreign caller. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Annan.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Annan, yanko po onshiro papa.
Amen.
Na onshiro Dr. Ansum. Na asofo na American. Mr. Annan. Oya now the baby oya ye wo dey asofo no Ghana no want to one ka boni a orokodo o man especially boni concerning Nigerians. Another young politicians no. Asofo no onpo na nkodo wo so didenden wo kasetiya nzema boni orokodo o man but asofo ni na compromise. We nara why din one kashe. We yan sika ntimzanan. Asofo na America no I am the papa because I'm a Christian but I don't support the soft bet no one bonbo kodo man because soft ne no for there ebeka boni enyi ebeka sitia boni kodo man but on to one kan ni mo wodwo sika ho na woni yedi obeye they will become rich enwa ma omo oye yo wo oman mu yinu no asofo mu ntum one ka boni kodo no why you didn't wash them on or man into as American. You are right and I support you and may God protect you and guide you all the time. You and Doctor.
Good one. Good one. Our line is blazing and blazing. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good afternoon. Hey, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Is that CTV?
Yeah, that's CTV. Kasa.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, Kasa. Oh, unfortunately. Hello, good evening. Another caller.
Hello.
Yes. Okay. Okay, on the line, intimi in so I think I have the last caller.
Hello?
Right? Yes. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
But me come before Nigeria for me. Nigeria for me. Omo kaswa.
Omere. Okay.
And a kidnapping. Any fraud. I don't know. I am our kaswa. Big Apple. And you some kitwa crowd Mandela Road. And you some kitwa.
I see. Very good. Very good. I think that the lines are so blasting. My man for last call, but of course I'm going to bring Ghana Speaks the Pathre. Hello, good evening.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I think that. Hello.
Yes, open it. Do volume on your TV, no? Na casa or phone, mommy. Why? Patrol. I mean, to me now, you are the last call, I guess. Hello. On to me another caller. But so, hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir. Open it casa fast. Only last caller, Nianko. Why? Yes.
Concerning citizen arrest, last week, rumors, concerning that, what's the police for? No, Rabbi said you must inform the police for 8 days before wife is citizen arrest. The Ghana 8 days through. The person committing the crime is that person waiting for you? Is that that person waiting for you to inform the police? To that 8 days that the police accompany you to go and effect that arrest.
That's another mind-boggling question. I agree with you. Yeah.
Yes, Master. I think the Ghana Constitution, is it Article 266 or something there, speaks about property, non-Ghanaians and acquiring property. It states in the Constitution that since 1969, no non-Ghanaian is permitted to have a landed property in Ghana. Since 1969, is it 22nd August or something like that? It is in the Ghana Constitution.
Good one.
So, kindly inform Mr. Yarga.
Okay. Good one. Folks, ahanam de citizens show no ABC. Odisha, Oshe show no, Odisha, power to you. Prince Daniel, who was Spain, power to you. Enoch, you are in London. Nestana, all of you. Bobby, great guys. Isaac Asante was German. Now, my main message was, good evening, sir. Please, do we have Nigeria embassy in Ghana? If yes, what are they doing about what Ghanaians are complaining about? Do the Igbo self-style king, I'm sure that's what he wants to say, now have control over the embassy? How long should we wait for our president to answer to our cry? Maggie and Adabai. Good. Now, my second mother be so airship program. Auntie Mary in Nkrumah, all the way from Tadi. Yes, Auntie Mary in Nkrumah from Tadi. Power to you, Auntie Mary. Yes, the mother of Enoch Kofi Edri, the director of research, Emma programming. Kofi Edri. I don't know. Except do America do Trump inside. You are the jam, right? I was looking for something, he just dropped it. And America no Ghana celebrity bienia. Obienya celebrity some. Me say, Omaino celebrity bienia. Forget them. They are not celebrities. No. Masofo no so ye 99.99. Now, as of for them, they won't say, me BS, won't say a man is commenting. Boni omudie di ma wo Ghana no. The previous expose in Ukraine, Munya Botre, next year neighbor. Me say next year it will be a showdown for the Christendom in this country. Nemiria, ye be share asofo nso amoba hihye nkom. From the East Legon to Adjingano to North Legon to every corner of this nation. Namoba hihye nkom. Obi say, your friends say Abranten Rojana. Well, if I say we'll burn him alive, I'm sorry. That's not what we intend saying. But what we are saying is that we expose him alive. So that word we withdraw. We cannot burn him alive. sa fraternity na wo makwashi shape. You see an online me just the level at which online you don't know what is going on. Eh? You don't penso be alone. All the young men and women in this country. Just say if you are not part of this fraternity, acquired to say, this is how you people want to shape this nation. But we sit and we watch afar. You will say, no, there isn't any light at the end of that tunnel. Why must we allow a nation to go through this? The Nigerians are afraid for the people of this nation, but your leaders who you voted them into power are not scared. Rather, they are embracing. They are embracing the fire of which the Nigerians are preaching to us, that we should shun them. Your leaders have embraced them, and we the citizens as the common denominator, we are what? Crying for help. Look at this, twist and turns. Isn't it scary? But like I said, any baby ever tested system, and there's going to be a mass revolt about Ghana exiting ECOWAS as far as Patriotic Concerned Youth Alliance. Men, like Omon will say his own thing. Men are ready to eat fufu and eba. Men are ready, top, they are ready, they are coming. Whether Ghana like it or not, ECOWAS were exited. Folks, my main family here, great guys in the Wednesday, we're about to do something, massive corruption that has rocked the foundation of this nation. And then we'll look forward to see, Friday, we'll bring the citizens show again, because still, we have to allow Ghanaians to do more talking. Ghanaians, come and speak to your government. I'll make time for you on Friday, I hope so. Then we look into the space and what is coming. The show has been produced by great guys, called Bestmark online editor Keynes Campbell, and then the two indefatigable executive producer Yamba, and then Credible. And then the big man himself out there, he's the editor at large. Yes, Enoch Kofi Ejiri. Yes, sir. I salute you, sir. And then Kofi Ejiri. Kofi, we need to do a show one of these days, so gauge the space. Folks, he's a man of research. We're being rough, guys. But we say show we at the internet and so oko YouTuber at the front line Ghana. So subscribe, give it to a brother, give it to a friend, give it to a sister. Ne ye nano yen kai kaya ho ne yen hwe bibia ye bechichire o man nkakrakra ne ye kwa kodrum. Akosia lekusu ene leku susu. Ni na ne se ye de kwa wie bebi esi de ko wie. Ekua I mean, said there was what I see here, Lecus any lecus. Broscotus, Nina Cajon, and check your dominary beba. Folks, my name remains Kwekwan, and until I come your way, same time, 8:05 p.m. on Wednesday. Bye for now.